Alright, current time, and we're just going to state that it's 10:30 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, May 13th. And we're going to turn this right on down. We are going to go ahead and examine the recording that I took 2 days ago on May 11th, 2026. Please bear with me. This is a recording through my pocket-sized Canon camera. Very difficult to function, if you will, but I will do my best. And as a little bit of a warning, this gets quite disturbing, okay? And once we will just do our best with this. Let's go ahead and go to this recording. Oh, sorry, that's not it. Oh, where are we at here? This has actually gotten me very, very worked up. Diamonds in the sky might be dangerous. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and begin this. And I am going to, I've already got the volume lowered. And this is the raw recording from 2 days ago. And which, of course, we have this dragon cloud. Okay? Right there, that is very difficult for me because, of course, I use the dragon for many things, many examples, and this is very disturbing, if you will. So, once again, we've got this dragon, okay? Now, over which, well, okay. Let's go ahead. Wait for this to zoom in. We're going very slow here. We'll pick up the pace just a little bit. Because, okay, so we are basically a minute into this video. And we've already seen the dragon. Okay? But what I want to point out, is this right here, and which I might have to darken this down just a little bit. Maybe that'll help bring this in just that much more. So we have this spot right here alongside of the dragon. Now, if you zoom in and you actually pay attention, you will see a great many things flying about. A good majority is bugs, insects, if you will. But there's these flashes, these pops of light that occur, in which, of course, that is what caught my attention upon reviewing this, to where I basically came out with classifying this as a UFO capture. Well, once we go more into this right here, which throughout this recording, as you will see, this right here follows the dragon from this point or location in the sky to over the tree line, okay? And it continues to stay right with this dragon as it travels, once again, across the sky and over to the tops of the trees, as the dragon slowly starts to dissolve and disappear. Now then, so as we once again, look at this. We can zoom in just that much more. But let's go ahead and like I said, this is going to be a little difficult here. Now, why'd that happen? Like I said, whoops. I'm going to have difficulties with this, I can tell. Maybe it's because there's some type of higher powers out there that does not want me to disclose this information. But I have captured some strangeness pertaining to this right here, in which this, I don't want to say object. Okay, we just had a little flash right there. I don't know if I captured that, and that is at the timestamp of 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Whereas the major pop of light happens at 3 minutes 56 seconds. Kind of strange. 3:56. Okay. But I think what I want to do, oh man, let's just go ahead and take this on back to screenshots. Oh, I guess I did not get that screenshot. Doggone it. There is a point, and I cannot remember the timestamp that I had on this, but there is I counted at least 3 lights associated with this point right here that actually comes in. And once again, you know, I've got this going half speed. But there is an appearance of 3 circular shapes that I'll just refer to them as being lights, okay? I cannot remember the timestamp of that. I thought I had taken a screenshot of it. This is but there is a point to where this object shows what appears like lights on the side of a craft, okay? And then let's see here. Okay, so from this point, here we go. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this area once again, as tight as we can. Still going very slow here. Okay, there was another flash there. And okay, that was our big pop right there that took place. Let's see if I can get this back to that point. Okay, 3:55. Okay, there's that pop of light. And once again, if I could remember just where it was, that the image of the circles, if you will, that look like lights on the side of a craft. If I could locate that, I would. But let's, once again, get away from this, because I just want to go ahead and get this done over with, because it's really gotten me freaked out. Okay, so this is the pop right here. And if we go in real tight on that, you can see that that is an octagon, 8 sides, okay? And it is faceted like a jewel, okay? Can you see the facets? Yeah. Okay. Diamonds in the Sky with Lucy. Well, it's very strange how information comes through this platform anymore. When I will post some type of content, and then all of a sudden something will pop up within the recommended playlist that basically correlates or parallels with certain, let's just say, captures that I take. I'm sorry, people. This has really gotten me very worked up, because I'm going to include a link to a video within the description. I don't care for this video at all. Okay? But I'm still going to use it as an example, because it shows, this lady will show you a photograph, whatever, a photograph of one of her dreams from 1987, which has this right here. And she claims it's part of the Matrix. Now, if you are a believer in a simulation or the Matrix, then we have to re-examine what life really is. Because if everything revolves around such things as what the Society of Secrets, through the Knights Templar and the Freemason Society, the Society of Secrets, not Freemasonry as far as an occupation, but as a cult, to where everything revolves around numbers, mathematics, geometry, then our reality is more akin to a computer simulation. And so if you believe in that, then start thinking about artificial intelligence. Wow, what was that all about? Huh. Oh, okay. I accidentally touched the screen. Okay, and then if you are religious and keeping AI in mind, and virtual reality, and avatars, and all that, then you might want to go to the book of Revelations and study about New Jerusalem, heaven on earth, the new city, right? Because it speaks of, well, Revelation chapter 21. And it speaks about all these levels. And each level having certain types of gemstones or jewels to indicate what level is what. Now, I've already made mention about old pocket watches, in which the most accurate of pocket watches used rubies within, once again, to keep accurate time, because for some reason the weight of rubies kept time. Okay, part of the equation. Well, when you factor in silver and gold and copper and gemstones and data centers having many levels, and of course, where would a virtual reality world be located? Now let's go a step further with Google and what happens to your data once you pass from this so-called life. Do you hand your data over to a loved one, a friend, family member? Or do you allow Google to have control of your data after you are no longer here? Now, I've got a community posting out there that speaks about this scenario of Google using your data after you pass. Well, I just watched a video a couple of days ago pertaining to the factor of Google using your data, in which I asked the search engine, the Google search engine, will my data be used in the future, and will an avatar be created through the data? And the answer was yes. Well, this video that I watched the other day went a step further, claiming that, but once an avatar of me is created through my data and through Google, AI, once again, me being an avatar now through AI, I will continue to create content as I do now. How's that up for a thought? Yeah, a computerized you still posting content. But what kind of content will it be? Will it be the same? Well, I can't imagine so. Unless, of course, we are already there in that simulated reality, which I don't like to believe in, because I've gotten used to the programming of being an organic being. Even though I know that within this shell of flesh, bone, and blood, there is something else that operates it all, known as the spirit, which the mind, or the spirit, is to the mind, as the soul is to the body, because, well, the soul is the battery to the body. The spirit is the pilot. But what is this? Is this where other spirits travel through? Is this a portal? A diamond in the sky, to me, is now dangerous. Because it's really disrupting the realities that I have grown accustomed to. And now to have AI throw a video at me through the recommended watch that parallels and correlates this right here is really freaky, because once again, I don't get off on the narrative of what this lady speaks on, because it's all about love and light. And most people don't understand the realities of that phrase of love and light. It's universal love and enlightenment. That is where the light comes from, is from enlightenment, knowledge. It's not the light. Big difference. And if you think that you can comprehend what universal love is, supposedly a component that makes everything possible, well, just how loving is this place that we call home in this reality? Well, I'm going to leave off there. I'd like to speak more on this, but this is long enough. It's not a good video, but you know, this is the gist of it right here. And once again, if you want to go a little bit deeper into a possible explanation of what we are seeing here, click on that link, even though, once again, it's really irritated me just because of the narrative. But the illustration itself was enough to really unnerve me. So we were over 20 minutes long. I've got to transfer the files over to my phone, and we'll get this out there as soon as possible. Please, let me know your thoughts. You guys have been doing pretty good here recently about throwing comments my way, which is very appreciated. Keep those comments coming if you will. Let me know what you think, because this has got me, like I said, very unnerved, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think or how to go forth from here. So thank you for watching. Take care. Try to have yourselves a great one. The Skyways out for now.